Guy, I am on 27k and I just want to show you the view. And this is the trail. This is just unbelievable, beautiful.
Hey, welcome. And we are going to do running myths with Nick. And we're going into myth number 5, that you have to be more flexible to be a runner. This is not true. You need mobility. A lot of people think that flexibility and mobility is the same, but it's not. You need to be flexible if you're a yogi, gymnast, or just like to scratch your ear with your toe, or if you want to look like the guy on the picture. I think he's one of the most flexible persons in the world. But for running, we need mobility, not flexibility. So what is the difference then? Well, mobility is a dynamic or active motion, while flexibility is a static, passive action. So one is just sitting still, one is a moving. And we are moving when we're running. Mobility training builds strength and coordination throughout the range of motion. And the range of motion is what they call ROM. And that's what we need for running, is the range of motion. We're not going all the way out as far as possible. We want to have a range of motion for our running. And it builds the muscles around specific joints or many joints to build the motion we need for running. Flexibility, on the other hand, will only increase the range of motion in a passive manner and around a specific joint. So a stacked stretch that you hold for longer. So the big difference would be that mobility is about moving around and actually like what you would do for a warm-up. Stretching is try to stretching out the muscle. Okay, so you need some flexibility for sure. Otherwise, it would be like a stick, right? But for the case of running, you only need enough to be able to have enough full range of motion, ROM. We want to run normal, not like Monty Python. We don't have to go to the end of everything like silly walks, right? Also, as flexible, it's all about stretching our tissue. It's all about like the rubber band effect and stretch it longer and longer and longer. As runner, we are using our elastic tissue as like from our calves and the plantar under a foot. And that is where we get a lot of free power. So if we overstretch that, we will lose the free power we get from the calf muscles. This is also why I tell all my clients that I coach, never stretch before a run, as it will make you less efficient. You will lose that elasticity in our muscles that we use for running. We focus on mobility, like we're rolling the hips, we are warming up the knees, we are rolling the feet, we are doing maybe some drills just to get the range of motion and getting ready for running. And I also think that what they call dynamic stretching is the wrong use of words, because we are not stretching. It should be called dynamic movements for mobility instead. That's what it is. It's not really stretching. So to summarize, we don't need to be focused on flexibility to improve our running. We want to focus on the range of motion of mobility and using that to be able to run. All right, that's it for this.
Guy, I am on 27k and I just want to show you the view. And this is the trail. This is just unbelievable, beautiful.